I found one when we were just doing some wandering around. I can't say I've seen any others. Oh, and our bonfire is still lit. Did we get we did get level up. And a king soul thing. Okay. More into this. 46%. More wands? Sure. Let's have the effects last longer as well. Alright, what we got? Deflects income. I keep forgetting this is actually a thing. Dealing damage has a small chance to create weird essence. Finishes restore 400% King Soul. Create another blast of energy when King Soul's ends. Enemies take damage. You've dealt them when using King Soul. When using King Soul, your physical damage and spell power increase by 50%. Your actions do not cost mana or stamina. Killing enemies restores a portion of the King Soul. Extra damage. Or just keep spamming our shots. I think the extra damage is probably better, because obviously the soul juice runs down. So this is only for a limited time anyway. Yeah, we're going to go with the 50% extra spell power. And I guess I've got to keep the hat on me, don't I? In order to open up the optional dungeon. Like, the only one I know of... Oh. I mean, I didn't get you all the tribes, but I did get you a giant.
We are ready to begin the moot. We were only waiting for your return, once and future king. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread, and you conquered it. What is your will, my king? What decision have you made regarding the giants?
Giants will support your war. They will lead the Dalriata tribes against Camelot.
Glory be to you, once and future king. Fame and honor to you for all time. Thanks to you, Camelot will fall, and with it, the dead laws and the suppression of the Dalriata tribes. Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalriata tribes, accept your decision with humility and gratitude.
We have more whispers. Well, you know what? I've got a bonfire over here. Let's go check it out. Also, did I go up there? I never did I? Alright. Let's have a word with... I've got to whisper, but I can't? Okay, never mind. How do I get up there? There you go. No. How did I not come around here before? What is round here? Some garlic. All right. Okay. Wasn't really much of anything. Okay, like I said, the only one of those dungeons that might open up with the hat we've just procured. Is that an elevator? It is. Let's just go. Where am I on the map? Okay. Iron. Okay, not important. Let's go check out the dungeon. Memory serves, we found it by going over here. It was like down there or something, wasn't it? I was going to say, I'm fairly sure there was a misty one. Well, it's flying over the head. It was like there or something, wasn't it? No, we ended up going down there, and that's how we got to it. There we go. Use the crown. Tomb of the Knight. Soul of a brave warrior. The fuck's sake, getting out of the way. Wow, that's a big gurgle. Anything in the water? There is indeed. Is there anything over here? Nope, just stone wall. Okay. Somehow I can't run on this rock. I can. Right. Ooh, what the hell's that? That looks like a wand. Look. I need strength for it. Create an explosion after killing an enemy, burning all others. It's not a wand. It's a staff. A mace. Oh, so is that the tunnel I came through? I guess it is, yeah. Oh, wrong thing. Well, there's supposed to be another body here, but it vanished. Right, we got some skelly bobs over there. Okay, right. This may be the path we're supposed to go down. Actually, is there anything in the water here? Nope, this is a puddle. So this tunnel goes where? There's a guy in here. Hello, guy.
It is you. I wasn't expecting such a grandiose visit, my king, and I see that you were brought here by some lad. That's kind of you, stranger. But you'll have to pardon the mess. These halls ain't fit to welcome a king, nor the one.
He looks like a blacksmith to me. Who are you?
Right. Sometimes I forget that not everything's as clear as it once was. Truth be told, I tend to lose sight of a few important things myself. But to the point, my name is Gavonin. I'm a craftsman, a blacksmith, and the keeper of this place. The pleasure is mine, kind lad. And your grace, of course.
Well, he's a shop. What is this place?
Lad, is the tomb of the knight who never came.
The tomb?
There was once a grim legend that claimed this tomb was built out of fear. Fear of an ancient curse Morgana cast upon Arthur. She foretold that all the great knights who were denied the king's favor and honors would rise at the end of days as an army of the dead. They would march on Camelot, seize the capital, shatter the Round Table to dust, defile the royal relics, and from the ruins, forge a kingdom of their own. But those are just stories from the old days.
I guess you're stuck here.
No, I would cease to be. I'm bound here by an oath I made to his grace. The one who now dwells within you, but is perfectly fine. It is my home, and so it shall remain for all time.
You mentioned you're a craftsman.
Anyone who finds their way here usually comes seeking eternal rest. And rest like that calls for a proper gravestone. I carve each one with my own chisel. They also bring battle-scarred equipment. My hammer mends what needs mending, so it will serve them well in the land of the dead. And the dead? Well, they need a keeper. Someone to watch over them when unrest stirs. Believe me, those who chase glory in life don't always lie in peace.
Do you need me to lend you a hand?
Kind of you, lad, but no. Or, well, maybe there is something. You see, I once made a habit of carving gravestones in advance, so that any knight arriving here could choose the one beneath which they'd rest for eternity. Unfortunately, I've misplaced my chisel. It slipped and fell all the way into the depths. Clang, clang, clang. If you could find it, I would be most grateful.
And what about those who do not
If
rest?
we do not speak of them, then we won't stir their slumber. The dead prefer silence. Best not to call their names.
I'm guessing, like a bunch of other people, you can read my aura.
This tomb opens only for two kinds of brave souls. Knights who were never granted a seat at the Round Table, and the king himself. I've been sitting here long enough to know what kind of knight visits the tomb. And your visit is unlike any other.
You've not had any visitors in years, then?
Fewer knights these days, and even less knighthood to speak of. No wonder there's so few of them come. Such are the times we live in.
Alright, what you got in your shop?
Hope you find something worth your time.
Relics. Nice chill. Crafting reagent. Leech stone. Actually, very little. Surprisingly little. Well, I'm never going to use that mace, so you might as well have that. And I guess all these shields. You want the hat? It's worth $6,000. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Actually, I mean, maybe for the look. I doubt it. We'll hold on to it. Sure, we'll track that. Why not? Probably don't steal his stuff right in front of him. Right, how deep does this dungeon go? Nope, you're gonna get in the way. God damn it, lads. Fine, you deal with that guy. There's still... Well, I was about to say, there's still a living one in there, but not so much. Went off the edge of a cliff. Oh, actually... I could potentially get down there. Oh! Didn't quite mean it that way. Oh my god. Get out of the way! I am doing this with fire against a big stone dude. I'm not picking up your sword because it weighs like 35 pounds or whatever. Not the way I could have come. I think it is. I hadn't thrown myself over the edge. That box is a trap. Alright. Anything dotted around? There is. Rough amethyst. Is it the Holy Grail? I mean, technically it's stealing from the dead, but it's not like they're using it anymore, is it? Okay, this is a particularly tough box, apparently. Butcher's tool. Fit as a butcher's dog? Okay. Oh, I see a skelly bob down there. I don't suppose I can fire off a shot. Well, I got an undead! Yep. There we go. Is it cheese? It's a little bit of cheese. Is that a shimmer in the water, or is that a slime? I don't know. Alright, well, let's have a bite to eat. You're shoving people through doors, are you, Zeal? Well, you're not hostile. Savast.
You kept us waiting. Your tombs gathered quite a lot of cobwebs and spiders. Best tidy up a little before you settle in for eternity.
You were waiting for me?
Of course. Of all the forgotten knights who never came, you stand closest to the king. When you finally join us, you'll tell us what it was like to hear his voice, to share so many battles by his side. I won't deny my envy, but in death, you'll be our equal. And then we'll speak as comrades.
I'm not planning on going anytime soon.
I've met many who said the same, loudly and proudly, like it meant something. Their bones now line forgotten crypts, still clutching that same bold promise. Sooner or later, you'll find yourself on my side of existence. So yeah, no bold promises, unless they carry some potential to be fulfilled.
So I guess you're just the greeter here?
I've been resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries, so not much, really. I've been resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries, so
I think mixed up the lines.
Really. Unless, of course, you're pointing out that I'm not in my own grave. In which case, fair enough. But what can I say? I do enjoy the occasional posthumous strolls.
Posthumous. Posthumous, not posthumous. How did you go?
I came to this tomb of my own accord, as did many of us. I knew our time was drawing to a close. The gates opened, and so I entered. I had a few words with Govanon and then headed to the crypt prepared for me. With my own gravestone on my back, I treated it as my penance.
What did you do? Why are you having... Why the penance?
Sometimes, when men want something badly enough, they're capable of truly awful things.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've had the king in my head.
Each one stood higher than me in the race for a seat at the round table. 4 I cut down during a tournament. The last I drowned in a river. He was drunk as a skunk. Didn't even comprehend what was happening. Quite the burden to repent for, wouldn't you say?
What do you think about the weird Blacksmith.
Fine, lad. If someone's to watch over my corpse, I'm glad it's him. I imagine long ago he had more to do. It's been a while since anyone new passed through.
We can recruit him?
I see. You pity the wretch who never reached his dreams. How noble of you. Truly. But I propose something fairer. Let's test it. Your cause, my worth.
Fight.
I lose with dignity. I am all yours. If you still consider me a good candidate for service, but if you fall, then you'll lie in the tomb that's been waiting for you since before you drew your first breath. So, what do you say?
I don't need any followers.
But believe me, I've no wish to earn your loyalty without proving I'm worthy of it. If you change your mind...
Alright. Wait, there isn't a way out of here. Ah, there it is. There's the shimmery water we shot at. There's the skelly bob I killed. Run away! Lads, lads. There you go, lads. He's all yours. Wait, he's stuck. Okay, never mind. He's all mine. Tunnel goes that way, so that's probably where we need to go. The shimmery water. What's in the shimmery water? We haven't saved in a while. Right, we're looking for a chisel. Has anybody seen one? Ah! There's the chisel. I'm glad I searched his corpse. I've been spotted. Presumably by my lads, but... Another origin potion. That's 3 opportunities to respec then now, isn't it? Oh, and the elevator back up. Okay. Whee! This way? This way. It's a fairly mediocre dungeon.
Welcome, Your Grace, and the one who walks with him.
Here's your chisel.
I was starting to fear that one day I'd have to descend to the lower levels myself. I try not to go that deep. Makes me drowsy. Sometimes I feel like lying down in one of the empty tombs myself. Ha! Thank you. It is a great honor to receive aid from the king and his companion. Here, take this. I hope you both will find it useful.
Ashen Vale Hud. And Savast?
Savast still lingers then. I'm not surprised. Some knights wear death like a cloak, and even the grave forgets to close behind them. As for the empty grave, every soul that walks this tomb finds their name carved somewhere. It doesn't mean the end is near, only that the place remembers who you are, even if you forget. When the body finally rests in the grave, the epitaph completes itself.
All right.
Farewell, companion of the king. May your shadow stay your own.
And 1700 XP. Alright. Well, that was the only dungeon I saw that had the crown. I can't say I've seen any others. So, other than just frankly walking around searching, I guess... Oh.
Your Majesty, it's an honor to have you among us again. Thank you for helping me find my way back to your knight. I regret not doing a better job of guarding him.
How do you know him, Arthur? Who the hell are you?
My name is Fianola. I am here on behalf of the Royal Geographers. I was sent to do, well, quite a lot of work, actually. And as useful as it would be, the wordness never blessed me with an extra set of hands. Say, traveler, how would you feel about joining the oldest, most prestigious guild in Avalon?
Depends on what you need.
Oh, but you've already done the most important thing. You found what was lost and opened a new path. What better way to prove yourself as a true geographer in the making?
Tell me about other tombs? There's a grave ready for me in the Tomb of the Knights who never came. Maybe she knows about...
I appreciate your eagerness, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The other tombs are scattered across Avalon, hidden and sealed, waiting for the one who can call the knights back. Let your soul guide you. Find them, and I will find you.
And the guild? For so many centuries, is there anything left to explore?
Avalon's nature is ever-shifting, ever-changing. The wordness transforms not only living beings, but the land itself. Some places become unreachable, while others that appear are new to us. And there are those that have been forgotten, waiting to be rediscovered and brought into the light.
Alright. Right, it was nice to meet you.
You've lit the way for some. Now light it for the rest.
Oh! Well, I didn't mean to come down here. I done goofed. Right. Well, let's do this the other way by doing that. Oh, actually, yeah, I can have a word with him. What do you think about Savast?
Meeting him made me reflect on one thing. How many great knights were swallowed by their ambition to sit at the round table. Somewhere along the way, things must have gone terribly wrong. If men could kill one another for something that was meant to be an honor, I pity the lost knights of this world. I'm glad this one will have a chance to fight at his king's side and serve me, as he always wished to.
Alright, well, I guess we can do the level up. Why not? Get this to 20, get that to 47. We're very close now. What we were doing, going down the wand route. Mana shield. Spells mana cost. 70% chance. So I guess it's 17 and then like 18, 19? Let's do... Effects last longer. No, that's already... let's do the extra spell power. Alright, let's... Do we know... Okay, it is on a different map. Connect. No. Where am I supposed to be meeting him? What was it? The Burning something or others? It's in the north in Kuanacht. It's just that, obviously, that's looking to, like, it's getting confused by the doorway, isn't it? Somewhere over here. We bounce out. Does it actually give details? Meeting place will be Charred Conclave. Charred Conclave. Charred Conclave. Abandoned Village. Iron Gate. I mean, technically, I guess it could be in here, because we never wandered into that bit. Weird demon statue with yellow eyes. Weird demon statue with yellow eyes. I mean, there's Ancient Beast, Druidic Shrine. Oh, it is in this bit then. Okay. Well, I guess there. We'll show up here and it'll be nighttime, won't it? Not that it matters, because there's a bunch of weird spirit things rolling around this bit anyway. No. Actually, it's getting a bit later. So, are all me boys with me? Yeah, screw it. Let's just get the boys down here, because otherwise they're going to get lost. They have trouble navigating small lips, right? Yeah, the star's coming out. Okay. Would we even be able to deal with that guy? You know, fuck it. Let's have a nap. Till morning, why not? Oh, this isn't. No, it is getting towards nighttime. There you go. All right. You take care, Gru, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Oh no, you're just going for a smoke. Oh, okay. I thought that's it. You're done. Right. Pop your head back out in a moment. There you go. Bye. There's a glow over there. I mean, I have pretty much exclusively been playing first-person mode. What's that? Phenomenal? Welcome, anyway. Yeah, pretty exclusively playing first-person. If I ended up being in third-person, it's normally because I've hit the wrong key in the heat of battle and had to wait until I'm done being murdered. Yep. Nope, that passed straight through them. That's cheating. To get third POV, you prefer first. Thus far, I have really dug it. Obviously, there is some real kind of Elder Scrolls vibes to it, but weirdly, I've been a lot more engaged with it than I have with like Skyrim or something like that. Right. Let me see, like, weird glowy... Ah, there you are. Yes, we presumed this was the giant-ass wicker man they burnt all the druids at, right? Okay, pointing kind of down there, somewhat. Because we can go down there. Alright, I could potentially fall, but probably better to find a path, right? Actually, I could drop in. Somewhat safely? Go on, poke your head out. Oh, no, still catching strays. Grab the cobwebs, not that we're going to need many more now, because I guess we're right at the end. Oh, there you are. I thought I saw a slight shimmer in the fog. Nope. Stop moving around, will ya? Still passing straight by. Okay, thank you. Apparently, we gotta go in here. And it requires all the things. Okie doke. Well, we can do that now. Shall we throw a save in as well? Probably advisable. You know what? We'll do a proper save. Alright, push the goddamn button. Well, I mean, if I required all those buttons being pushed, how's the other guy getting through? He's an immortal, but he doesn't have the memories of King Arthur stuck in his head, so he's clearly found another way through. Is it just a smackdown with this guy? Or have we actually a dungeon to wander through, I wonder? Well, we've got some golden fog gate stuff. Oh, no.
So, you finally made it. Took you long enough. I hope you're ready, because this is it. The beginning of the end.
What about the end of the beginning? You've been waiting for me?
Philosophically, not you specifically, but someone like you. Literally, yes. And I was getting quite bored with the wait.
So what is this place?
This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people fear what they don't understand.
So why are you waiting here for me?
To greet you. I was once where you are now. A knight with questions, searching for answers. That search led me to this place. And here I found my answers. Now it's your turn.
What can I expect?
Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye to eye anymore, but we both realize that our collaboration yields results, as shown by you being here. He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning, spin them differently. Never mind.
Well, his former employer was the king, right?
When you're just a step from the end. It's best if you just go forth and see for yourself.
All right, well...
Just remember, this is the point of no return.
I figured something would tell me it's a point of no return.
Back. But if you've come this far, I suppose you already knew that.
But I was expecting just a
He's waiting for you.
text box across the screen, but nope. A person told me it's the point of no return. All right, boys, are you ready for this? You know what? Let's have all the boys. Oh, I do have all the boys. I've only seen 4 of them. Never mind. All right. Through the golden mists. Right, we've sent a giant and a bunch of angry clans towards Camelot to take care of that. I guess it's our job to take care of King Arthur. We just got to exorcise some demons.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truths buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradoc followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are. A truly rare and joyful occasion.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am Orin.
I went to your tower.
Merlin, and the last archdruid of Avalon. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But
I thought it was a ghost. I guess it was a recording. No, that makes sense because it bounced around the tower, didn't it? So what exactly is this place?
What lingers here? It's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form. Raw potential. Unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it?
What exactly do you want from me?
Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time.
So he wants me to kill him properly, you want me to resurrect him properly.
Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some
Is there a third option?
eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you.
What if we resurrect him and then kill him? Both! How?
Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed.
Why would you divide the king's soul?
They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics.
Flawed?
You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born.
Didn't anyone try to resurrect Arthur?
I tried. And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers' aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you.
Me?
The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the king's soul, bound it to yourself, and came back.
Saying of all of that, everything I went through was part of your plan. So I'm just another experiment to you, like the ones on that island.
The asylum treated you as a subject. I see you as a savior. Your suffering gave us a chance. And for that, I am both grateful and deeply sorry. I can see you're still doubting me.
What's your end
I
game?
want to bring back our king, whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon's future.
What if it fails? Because it will do.
This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon.
Why do you want this so
Because
much?
I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur is their only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
Even if he's whole, what if the people won't follow him?
They will follow him. That's what people do. When weirdness comes to their doorstep, they'll beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Well, the name of the game is The Fall of Avalon. And you know what? It sounds like he was a bit of a bastard when he was alive. So why would we trust him when he's dead? Also, what the fuck is that thing? Okay then. Oh, I gotta go through the swirly mist. Whee! Right. Caradoc going to plead his case then now.
I was there when it all began, when Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his army. We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of us. At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us.
I mean, he was juiced up on Four-Dweller powers, but yeah. And you want to kill him once and for all. I've heard that before.
Do you understand why I want it so much?
Because they made you immortal in the process. Because you hate what you've become. Betrayal.
I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man. And the cost of those mistakes was always paid for by others. I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. They wait, they follow, they waste their lives on promises that never meant anything. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn, let it rot, let it rebuild. I won't be here to see it.
Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table can just crown someone new, replace him. You think the people will, can stand on their own against the weirdness? You want people to face adversity without guidance and leadership. Isn't that just chaos waiting to happen? What if your way leads directly to the people's fall and demise? I mean, to be honest, we're here for the chaos,
Call
but...
it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care. Let them rise, let them fall. Let them tear each other apart. I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its own weight. What comes after? That's for the ones still standing to figure out.
They may replace him, you know that.
It's the only myth that still holds weight. And when he's gone, the rest will rot with him. A puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't.
You think that people can stand on their own against the weirdness?
Let them stand, let them fall. It's not my concern. If the weirdness takes them, so be it. At least it won't be another king's failure. Another lie propping up a dying world. It'll just be what it is. Then let it. If this world can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall. I've lived longer than any man should. Seen more than anyone should ever bear. And I've waited centuries for this moment, this chance, to end it all. To end him.
Oren's made the case that the people need Arthur and believes the resurrection will be different. You want to throw away Avalon's hope just like that? I feel like we have to go through all these dialogue options, don't we?
Druid. That's what they do. They believe. They believe in myths, in symbols, and some of them believe in saving Avalon.
You don't believe Avalon can be saved?
I don't believe it's my decision to make. Not Orin's, Not Arthur's, not mine. I've watched this cycle turn too many times. I have no stake in what comes after, only in making sure this nightmare finally ends. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand. Resurrecting Arthur, infusing him with powers of the weirdness. We didn't just bend the natural laws, we shattered them. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered. The bill comes due, sooner or later. Always. This cannot be allowed to continue. Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined, but now, here we are. You've done what no one else could, what even I couldn't do. You've brought Arthur's soul back together. Not quite. And because
Well, I guess technically that's what their
finally finish what I
crown, the sword, and the shield were.
Thank you.
He had 3 phylacteries.
This moment. You're close now. Just one more step. The last fragment of Arthur's soul is waiting for you. Complete what you came here for. And then we'll meet again. As allies or as enemies. That's up to you. Go. Find the last piece and let's end this. Whatever comes next. I hope you will be too.
I mean, honestly, I can't remember. And if you did want to find out, you can always do so by checking the clips. Because remember, it automatically clips it as well. He's a son of a lich, definitely. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that the random guy that just kept popping up in places was a version of Merlin. Can I jump in the water? Will it let me? No! No, it won't let me jump in. We have to stick to the path. Okay, fine. Are we going to see that guy one last time? Yes, I thought so. Hello. You're going to reveal yourself to who you really are. Hob, that was his name.
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please.
So not the resurrection of Merlin. This is his humanity floating around.
About coming back again. Just let me finally die.
I didn't expect that. Why do you want to die?
Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices? Or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground.
Okay.
Families destroyed. All because someone thought it would serve the greater good.
The greater good.
They called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing.
What is it in death you want? Caradoc, he wants to destroy you forever. I mean, he wants to die, Caradoc wants him dead. I feel like these two are actually on side.
He thinks ending me will free Avalon. But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other. People always seek something to follow, something to believe in. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. Or worse, build something even crueler in its place.
Also, before I forget, I should also put Tavern down on the list, shouldn't I? Tavern talk. There you go. But he wants you to die. You want to die. I'm not seeing much in the way of conflict here.
I want release. I want to stop being a tool in their endless struggle. Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Orin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty. And the more they're used, the more they hollow out the one who carries them. That's all I've ever been to Orin and the Druids. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? To be forged, sharpened, and thrown at every problem? Let me die. Not as Arthur, not as the king, just as a simple, normal human being.
You're the human part of Arthur's soul. Without you, he cannot be whole. Don't you care that whatever happens next with your kingdom? Been through a lot, but there's has to be another way that doesn't involve your ultimate death. I'm like still trying to square the circle here. This is obviously whatever he considers the third option. Resurrect king, kill king, but he wants to die. Is it just like, I'm supposed to just kill the humanity bit of him and I replace that humanity to become king? Is that the third option it's trying to get at? I guess. Think the difference of him saying that he, the nation needs a symbol still via his old power that doesn't want it to be anymore. Yeah. I believe in no kings. Don't care what happens next. I guess once again we have to go through all the dialogue options.
Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me anymore?
Don't you care?
I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is? To finally not care what happens next? Whether Orin gets his king or Caradoc gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures? To not see my memory tarnished, my plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud? To not see the suffering my name causes? No more deaths in my shadow. No more kingdoms built on my bones.
You've been through a lot.
Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? Another cycle, another resurrection, another lie to keep the world spinning. But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough. I don't want another chance. I want this to be over. Do what you think is right.
It fell into the nihilism source.
Because whatever you decide, it will finally be your choice. Not mine. Not theirs. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You hold the choice. I don't care who you side with. Orin, Caradoc, or no one at all. You have all of my soul. Use it. Take it for yourself. Or give it to someone else. I don't even want to know. Do what you will with it. Just let me go. Let me finally...
I mean, we're not... Have we seen a potential candidate to give it to?
Please.
I don't think there's been anybody that could be the replacement, right?
Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you.
He's got to go.
He's waiting for you.
Always a pleasure to see you. Let me go. Let me...
Oh. It's the Grail!
You carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow.
Oran's path, Caradox. What if I take the king's soul for myself? What if I give the soul to someone else? Like I said, I've not seen an option for who that could be.
You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you.
Oh, we still have to do all the dialogue.
You will vanish into the story you chose to restore. You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed.
Yeah, I don't want the management position. Too much responsibility.
You will shape the world to become its witness.
Thinking about giving the soul to somebody else. I mean, it's not a yellow dialogue option, so... Who?
Who do you have in mind?
Okay. Niante, who was the priestess. Yvain was the Lord of the Manor in Kuanat. Gerfhanna was the voice of the clans. Earfree. Who the hell was that? I can't remember who that person was. We're off in the king.
The idea shall fall, its weight discarded, its rule denied. But the soul is not yet yours to give. First, it must be purified of what still speaks through it.
Thank you. But promise me, you will win this fight, my friend.
Fight, 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 fight!
Everything you've seen, you side with Caradoc. Then all the suffering, all the pain, meant nothing. I am
Look, I don't trust you.
disappointed.
You were a bit of a bastard. I figure you carry on being a bit of a bastard.
I'm complete. Avalon will be reborn. Perfect this time.
There you go. Bye! Right, loot the body. Loot the corpse! Come on. Loot, loot. No, I can just grab a broken arrow out of him, apparently.
You brought down the cycle with steady hands and no promise of glory. You did not claim the throne. You buried it. There is no king now. Only the truth you made and the path others may follow. You had no answers, only scars and the will to keep walking. And sometimes that was enough to keep others going too. In your absence, the South unraveled. Its leaders gone, its people left to fend for themselves. The keep still stands, but not as a beacon, only as a reminder of the help that never came. The men here stayed in Kuanacht, but Yvain failed to rally the minds and hearts needed for his Grail quest. With no clear leaders and rising tension, both Kuanacht and Camelot grew fragile, drifting toward division, with no one left to hold the line. You awakened the giants, and with them at their side, the Dal Rita conquered Camelot. As the capital fell, the customs of the tribes spread across Avalon. Not everyone welcomed them, but the change had already taken root. Nianta left Kuanacht with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured.
Oh, Fierce is going for it.
With respect. Maggot chose to remain in Kuanacht, and the people stayed with him. Over time, they grew to trust him and often sought his wisdom. In time, he took on an apprentice, planting the first seeds of a new druidic tradition. Ephra left Kuanacht alongside Yvain, despite...
Ephra was the blacksmith.
His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect. Ailey turned to the merchants for support, and for a time the hospital prospered. But when they began charging patients for care, she walked away and opened her own small practice, refusing to serve profit over healing. With Helmi as the new matron, the Volca returned to their former glory with renewed ferocity, their berserkers filled with an aggression that stirred quiet fear among the other tribes. Among the united tribes of the Dal Rita, the Volca were treated with equal parts awe and mistrust, seeming to teeter closer and closer to madness. Ingui turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Dav Hamra's leadership, the Ulf grew stronger but more isolated. The tribe and the Stone Wardens became one, bound by a new symbol of strength, a steady hand against the chaos beyond their borders. With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken, Balaam led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines.
And with that, we're done. Based on the lore of Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon, the board game. Like I said, I did enjoy it, and I don't know whether I do pick up the DLC. I might do at some point. Also, Guru, I think you were one of the ones that said there is yet another expansion out soon? So I guess that would be 2 DLCs worth, potentially. There was definitely it had a level of jank to it, but it wasn't essentially an indie team doing it. It wasn't big budget, but it definitely had a big AAA feel to it. It wasn't the Bethesda physics jank. But there were moments where there was like the dogs that were following us around just standing on a roof somewhere and stuff like that. I really liked some of the characters, but I do feel like Act 3 was definitely the weakest. Like, the characters didn't feel up to snuff. What equated to, like, the big final mission was just, like, fetch quest for the 4 tribes. And it annoyed me a little bit, like, the choice between the 2 for the, what was it, the Volca? No, the Ulfa. The Davna, or I can't remember the other guy's name. The other guy, I couldn't remember who they were. So this is why I didn't pick them. Apparently they would have been the good choice. They would have gone to the meeting. But what that would have done for the end slide, I don't know. But yeah, like, definitely felt like the third act was the weakest. As I said, that's kind of a trend in a lot of these big open world RPGs, because it's all kind of front loaded, right? Like, where the most time is spent. It's the same, like, with Baldur's Gate 3. People said the third act felt like the weakest part of it. Even though that's where all the big bosses were. That's where the conclusion was and all that. It's because more time is spent at the beginning than the end, and it is that kind of rush to kind of, like, wrap up loose ends. But there was also a lot of, like, the quests in the third act that felt like, we haven't got the time or money, just, like, shove the boss in there kind of idea. So it did feel weak for that. But as overall, I kind of liked the package. It was endearing, certainly. Also, you're out of the bar now, are you, Bulgogi? Did you have a good evening? Heading to get some dim sum for supper. Something to soak up the booze, right? You actually prefer Act 3. You are not a big fan of Act 2. You got escorted to perform. Oh, okay. We got up on stage. Yeah, you were talking about go-go dancers. Wait, were you in a cage? Were you dancing in a cage? Right. Well, there's no more credits, so I'm guessing I've got to push a button. Completed the game, and you can now return to the world just before the ending and continue it to explore Avalon. If you're ready for a greater challenge, you can start New Game Plus with your current character, inventory and progress. The world will demand more from you. You can also end the journey and exit the game. Only on the stage, alright. You didn't get into the cage. But yeah, there you have it. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. And Avalon did indeed fall. Or did it? We just replaced the management. We got rid of the king, and we installed, I guess, the Dalriata tribes, really. With some giants as backup. But yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to find a new Let's Play.